Okay, so I just want to show you sort of what I'm talking about here with Canva. There are two versions of Canva. One is free, the other one is paid, and I think I only pay like $10 a month to have the paid version. The fundamental difference is, one, you can save like your branding, so colors, color schemes, fonts, your logos, things like that. The other thing that you can do is you can transform certain things, certain graphics from that you create in Canva. They have to be created in Canva. You can change them from Facebook to Twitter to Instagram or Pinterest or whatever you need. So I'm just going to open up one of them that we've done, okay, and kind of show you what this looks like. So here's this. I'm on the paid version again, okay? So I can go over to File, and I can do Magic Resize, okay? And since we're not doing Pinterest, I'm going to say Twitter post and Instagram. I click this button down here. It's resized it for Instagram, and then it resized it for Twitter automatically. So if you want to stay on the free version, what you have to do then is you need to use the templates up here, okay? And there's a Facebook post, and you can see it's kind of a squatty square, sort of. Twitter post is more, like wide and narrow. And if we click on more, it gives us Instagram as an option, Facebook, Pinterest, a general social media, but recognize that the general social media is more of the Instagram shape. It will work on Facebook, but you can see the difference between Twitter and the general social media, or even Facebook and Twitter. Vastly different. So if you don't want to upgrade your Canva to Canva by Design, then you will need to create each graphic for each social media platform that you want it to appear on. Because if you don't, it won't work. So I will show you an example of how this doesn't work. So I'm going to close this. I took this graphic off of your Facebook page, and I also want to note that you have LemonadeMakers.com here, and unless your website has changed or your URL is going to be different, I believe it should still be LemonadeMakers.org. So I just want to call attention to that, because you want to make sure that you're putting that on there correctly. Obviously, once you start driving people to your website, that'll be very important. So if you are in here, and I'm going to say Facebook post, okay? And I already saved this graphic into my Canva. Here it is. I'm going to drop it onto the Facebook post. Now, the white paper back here is formatted to be the correct size for a Facebook post. And you can see when I expand this that the original graphic is not sized properly. And this is what I was trying to explain in an email, which, it's hard to explain that in writing. That's why I'm doing a video now. So we've got these white borders here. I'm going to leave them for now, and then I'm going to show you what happens when I go to magically resize this, okay? Because this is the way it's going to be done on my end. I'm going to pull down your graphics based on the conversation you had with Jackie today, and I'm going to save the graphic, and then I'm going to pull it into my Canva and I'm going to go to Magic Resize. And I don't need Pinterest. I'm going to leave Twitter and Instagram and click my button here. And this is what we end up with. So on Twitter, with this one, it's not a huge deal because, you know, it's kind of a landscape, that long long, wide and narrow kind of thing. But again, you've got these white borders on the side. So it's not a huge deal, but the problem becomes when these aren't formatted properly for the social channels. People notice that. And if we want to present a polished, professional look, then it's really important that we are sizing things properly for each channel so that people have a general sense that, you know, hey, we know what we're doing. We might even be able to get, you know, rid of more of this just by expanding the top of it a little bit more. So we could do that. So again, I just want you to kind of understand sort of what it's going to look like on my end. And I'm fine doing these things, but I just want you to have an understanding of what it is on the back end. Now, the other thing that you've asked me about is the 20% text. Okay, so I've sent you this link previously for this Facebook grid tool, and I'm assuming that you're using it. If you're not, I would highly recommend that you do, because it makes your life a lot easier. So if you choose your file, let's just choose the adventures graphic that we've been working with. And I'm going to load that, and it's going to drop it onto the Facebook grid. Okay? And then all I do is I highlight the boxes that have text in them, and then you can see over here that it tells you, based on the boxes you've selected, your image is covered by 20% text. Okay? So this one passes. So just wanted to highlight that as well. Hopefully this answers your questions. Canva, the paid version, I think it's only $10 a month. I'm pretty sure that that's what it is, and it's Canva by Design is what it's called. You should be able to upgrade it. You know, you should be able to upgrade it with in your free version. And if you're going to be doing the graphics and converting them from one size or one platform to another, then I think this would be worth the investment to do it, just to make things faster and more efficient on your end. But either way, you know, we'll work through it. I just wanted to give you this quick overview of what I'm talking about with the sizes in Canva. And you can also see, just as a side note, that when I put my mouse over the Twitter post, it tells me it's 1024 pixels by 512 pixels. And Facebook is 940 by 788 pixels. And if we click into that more again, it's going to do the same thing. Instagram, 640 by 640. So really important that we have the images optimized properly, and hopefully this video will help walk you through that. Thanks.